All right, guys. So the two main reasons that you don't want to be on your phone all day, other than just missing out on life, are basically potentially scrambling your brain chemistry or your neurotransmitters, and then also potentially ruining your vision, right? So let's start with the simple one, your vision. So if you're stuck in this state all the time, focusing on something, that's what's known as convergence, and your eyes can get quote unquote stuck there. And what that means is you could potentially lose access to your peripheral vision, right? Which you need to see all the different things happening in sport. And on top of that, too, if you're stuck in this mode, it means that you're actually more likely to feel stressed, regardless of what's going on in your life, right? Regardless of whether there's cause for it. And the reason for that is because this is associated with more sympathetic or fight or flight nervous system activity, right? So basically when you need to like lock on something and get something done, focus on something, hone in on something, that's just associated with a higher level of sympathetic activity in your autonomic nervous system, right? And that's how you can potentially feel stressed from doing that, regardless of what's going on in your life. I know we all have bad days where we're on our phone a lot, and those are the days where I tend to feel most stressed. So intuitively, this should make sense at some level too. On top of that, actually, if you lose access to your full field of vision, believe it or not, your eyes have muscles and mobility capabilities too. So let's say if I lose some efficiency here and or my eye perceives the ground as a threat or changing into, maybe a cut in this corner of my field of vision, I'm more likely to change how my brain, my nervous system recruits certain muscles, and even more important, certain muscles at certain times, which might mean I'm more susceptible to injury, right? Your eyes and your feet are very much linked neurologically. Okay, so the second main reason that you don't want to be on your phone all day is basically just because it could scramble your brain chemistry, right? So we've all heard of things called neurotransmitters. They're basically just brain chemicals, right? And so being on your phone all day and getting the notifications that come from social media, email, whatever, they give us this little, dopamine hit or little crack hit we don't really realize we're getting, right? And so that can mean that we have lower resting concentrations of dopamine, potentially, right? And that's a big deal because it's more likely to make us feel anxious and stressed under the hood. Concentrations or balance, I should say, of our brain chemistry is one element of what makes us who we are, right? And then on top of that too, dopamine is associated with muscle firing and wiring. You need high concentrations of dopamine in order to anticipate the next movement in sport, in order to underpin really all movement, but especially higher motor coordinative activity like explosive movements. And then on top of that, messing with your dopamine can mean you're less likely to want to go out and achieve in the world, right? Because high concentrations of dopamine are necessary for basically delaying instant gratification and doing the day-to-day, take care of what you need to do, right? The grind, if you will, in order to, again, reach towards that goal that's off on the horizon. So obviously that's really important for everybody, not just sport. And we're in a society that kind of creates dopaminergic issues, if you will, or gives us cheap dopamine in bad ways you probably have heard of. So anyways, guys, basically the fix is free, right? So after you watch this video, keyword, you should get off the internet, put your phone down, and then you should just basically go outside, right? So the good news is the fix is free. All you got to do is just go outside. And that's an easy way to get off your phone, take advantage of some other health benefits, but you just go for a walk. Your eyes are going to expand to what's known as peripheral vision. And that's one reason why it feels good to just be outside and be in nature, is because from a sensory perspective, your eyes get to take in a huge, nice, big landscape rather than, focusing in on this phone or this screen or whatever. On top of that too, another thing that you could do is just check your social media less often during the day. I usually try to cap it at 2 or 3 times a day. Get in, get out for work, talk to who you need to talk to, and then that's that. What you really want to get away from is just this fucking doom scrolling, right? So thankfully the fix is free. Hopefully that understands maybe why it's not great to be on your phone other than just missing out on what's going on in front of you. So agree or disagree, let me know in the comments. Let me know if you have any other ideas that can help fix this, and maybe something I might have missed. We all got blind spots. So again, definitely finish this video and then put down your phone.